Okay, this is very exciting. Got a new camera, got a new gadget. This is actually my reader's notebook. Okay, so I did this with my iPhone the other day, but obviously this is a more educational use. The beginning of this is all the beginning activities we did in writer's notebook for the narrative. And then this is now my reader's notebook, which is just a different section. As you can see, I just have Post-its. So we started doing some free writing, and I did it with you. I modeled it with you, and then they were really trying to encourage you to be a little more creative. And then we're actually starting another unit about this, which is encouraging you to be much more graphic in terms of not just writing, in straight lines in paragraphs, but to explore things in a more creative way. That's what I'll show you my Dementor in a little bit. So what I'm modeling for you here in the Lightning Thief, and this is obviously the beginning of the month, where is I found a quotation that was interesting to me. I had some kind of commentary about it. I put the page number, and I continued to do that here. And remember, I've sort of told you the theme that I'm exploring throughout the novel, which is this idea that protagonists and heroes like Percy are like, they feel worth less. And then this is a point I was making where people like Mr. Brunner, our everyday role model, or our role models are everyday people who show up for us. They smile, they tell us that life is going to be this meaningful thing, and then we're a part of it. And so I was contrasting. What started me thinking about this wasn't that at all. It was actually Mrs. Dodds being portrayed in a negative light, and Mr. Brunner, who's seemingly sort of the same category of teacher, being shed in a really positive light. So it kind of led me to this other conversation that I hadn't considered. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is to try out my new camera, to show you my this was supposed to be my Dementor that ended up looking just like a too friendly ghost, which I thought was interesting. And then the point I was making here was about how somehow, and I used my pictures for my project, Percy gets elevated to this character or this person who's worthy of the hatred of the Lord of the Dead. How did he elevate his status so quickly is what I was considering here. That was what I was talking about here. And then sometimes, while I'm brainstorming, that's why I know I do write in cursive still. I don't know if you guys do. Sometimes, while I'm brainstorming, that's what the visuals are. You know what I mean? It's helping me consider my next steps as a writer, right? And so you'll notice, obviously, that I'm spending a considerable amount of time considering these things. The thing I want to show you today, and the thing we're working on today, which is Wednesday, February 24th, is this concept of Western civilization. So what I've done, and you can do this too, I took these pages, I just did a screenshot of these two pages, 72 and 73. And I haven't done a lot of writing yet. I've just started writing about it down the bottom, as you can tell right here. And I took the pages and I made a copy, but of course I've put them in the stream in Google Classroom. So if you have the ability to print out this entire page, you might be better off doing that and then analyzing it as you want to. Now, I haven't done a lot of analysis yet, but I've started to, and I started honing on this whole concept of Mount Olympus being the home of the gods. But this is a really fancy term, convergence. And when things converge, they do just that. There is a central meeting point where things happen. And I thought it was a significant enough word that I wanted to make a note. And then I said this word, I said this term about 5 times in every class. And I really was hammering home this whole concept of Western civilization. And I really feel like this paragraph, I'm not being over dramatic about this. I really feel very strongly that this really is Rick Riordan's point, in essence, of the entire novel. And I'm not minimizing that. I feel like this is the point he's really trying to make as a writer. And it's not for me to decide for you what you think that point is. I have my opinions. It's down here. These are the beginning of my opinions about what I think he means about Western civilization and what it means to us in 2021. But you're going to generate your own thoughts about it. The simpler question, I suppose, to ask yourself is related to this statement right here that I highlighted. People do not forget the gods. A sub question of that is, why are we still talking about them in 2021? And so that's something I want you to consider. So you can do one of two things. You can print out these pages, and then you can do what I've done here, which is kind of make your side points off in the margins to begin with. And I will continue my writing on this page, my highlighting and modeling on this page. And then I'll probably continue on the next page because it's a really important point to me. Or you can open up your book to those pages and then pull out the chapters you feel like, or I'm sorry, the sentences you feel like are important. So you can do what we've been doing all along, where you, for example, pull out this Western civilization sentence, put it on a Post-it, put it in your either digital or paper notebook, and then continue your thoughts in that way. Okay? Writing is a messy process. I would never minimize that. And there's a lot of bad writing that happens on the road to that good writing. We are kind of stuck in what I would consider to be step 3 of many, because I feel like we don't have a volume of work either related to The Lightning Thief or another novel of your choice. And so what I'm doing here and what I'm modeling here is that we're pulling out these quotations that are meaningful to us. For example, I would accept nothing but the best from you, Percy Jackson, or as if a puzzle piece fell out of the universe and left me staring at a blank place behind it. These to me are all significant quotations, obviously, because I've made my commentary on the side. And what we're working on here in The Lightning Thief is building a volume of that from which to draw. So then we can say, well, what of these are good writing and what is not good writing? Because it's not all good, and that's okay. All right? I will see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Thank you. And thanks for watching my new video with my new camera. Take care.